soon as I started farming, my Uncle Bobby, he was really adamant about us getting our business license.
Yeah.
And for me, the only reason why I wanted to get it was so I can apply for these grants, and down the line, as soon as we got blessed with it, all kind of lights start going off in your head about, what I can do with this now. So since the grant and since we got our business, me and my wife, we have our own little landscaping on top of that, selling the pigs. So through the farming, we don't eat every day from our farm, but those meals that we do get to eat every once in a while, it not only good for the stomach, but it feeds the soul too, you know.
What's up, everybody? This is Curtis Pooley here, bringing you your Real Talk Maui podcast. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm here with my cousin, Bri.
What's up, everybody?
And my brother, Jonah.
Yes, sir.
And tonight we got another special guest, as always, on the podcast tonight. One of my good friends, all of our good friends from since back in high school, before high school days, back small kid time. But yeah, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Brother Bobo, bro. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Hello, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What is your actual name, though?
My first name is Michael.
Michael.
It's my government name.
Brother Mike, yeah.
Kalehau.
Yeah.
Kalehau.
Yeah,
But
we all
everybody
know
called me
him.
Bobo ever
Yeah.
since I was a kid. So.
Yeah.
How you got that name, Bobo?
My dad's nickname is Boo. So when I was a baby, it
Just short.
Yeah, it just fit right in. I was Bobo ever since.
Yeah.
That's how
And
you
it's so funny. Even growing up, I was introduced to all my cousins as Bobo, and one cousin of mine, he was introduced to me as, I was Michael to him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So right off the bat, when these two groups of cousins would meet, one was calling me Bobo, one was calling me Michael, and it was a big trip.
That's not Michael. That's
Anyways,
Bobo.
yeah. So Bobo always stuck with me ever since I was a
Bobo.
kid.
Yeah.
Thank you,
bro.
bro. Yeah, thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Bobo.
Taking time
Of
out.
course.
You have busy schedule, bro, because, you get the farm, bro, and all. But before we even get to all of that, bro, I'd like you just tell us, like, this one little, because you live both mainland and over here, so just tell us kind of, like, one quick story
Give
about
us your
it,
origin story, my
Yeah,
brother.
your bring up.
So I grew up over here in Maui. Went to Pukalani Elementary all the way to 4th grade. And then I ended up moving to Houston, Texas for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Ended up moving back home. While I was in Texas, I was young. Was kind of figuring out things. I didn't really know what was going on until I moved back home. And when I moved back home, it was my first time ever, consciously going to Big Beach or going to EL Valley, going to Hana. So it was definitely an experience for me in high school.
Yeah.
I was in Rebel. I didn't want to do anything but be an island boy. It was, that was right up my alley. So just trying to catch up on all those years I missed out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
How was so I know you're saying when you moved back, just had some getting used to, I guess, too. But how was growing, literally going from Texas, being that lifestyle, and then coming back Maui, that food shock moment? What was it?
My style, my clothing, for one, that was a big eye opener. That I was a needle in a haystack when I moved back.
Shorts and shirt.
No, I came back wearing baggy shorts past my knees, triple X shirts. And, I definitely stood out at Baldwin High School.
But that was the style up there.
That
right?
was the style up there.
in
Yeah.
Texas.
And that's that small backpack, though.
Yeah, the old sports backpack. And anyways, coming back home, straight in Hawaiian Homes. Yeah, I was in, but I kind of stood out big time, So it was definitely an experience for me. When I was in Texas, I was one of the bigger kids growing up. There wasn't a lot of kids that was bigger than me, but when I moved back home, it wasn't the same story over here. So it was a lot of eye-opening. There was a lot of lessons that I didn't need to go and learn the wrong way, to find out. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
definitely living in Texas made me a lot more open to different opinions and everybody's outlook when I moved back home. So that definitely even helped me not step on too many toes the wrong way, what I mean?
So you can say it was definitely a good experience that you did experience that moving away. And
Definitely one good experience. At the time, I didn't like it, but as I got older and I was getting ready to look for a job and become an adult, I was definitely thankful of that experience from traveling so much, meeting so much people everywhere I went. So definitely thankful for that in the long run. It sucked at the time, but we're thankful we made it through today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Definitely.
Well, no, okay. So what I was gonna talk about too, because you, what was it? you is like your mom is the one that lived Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's Native American, yeah.
Yeah, my mom is mixed plate,
Yeah.
just like my dad. Navajo Indian, Spanish,
Yeah.
German, Irish, French,
Yeah.
all kinds.
And then-
but my mom grew up over here. She moved
Yeah.
here when she was 13. Went to Lahaina Luna,
Yeah.
grad 88. So she definitely knew what it was to
Oh,
live
that
that
must
island
have
life
been
too.
nuts
Yeah.
coming,
You know.
from
Oh, yeah.
just up there.
Yeah, it was definitely a big experience for my mom. We ended up moving to Texas. My little brother get autism and Down syndrome, so a lot more help for her.
Yeah.
At the time, even for today too. So it's kind of hard for my family up there to move back home just because they're so established now.
Yeah.
You know, my brother's been doing so good, but I had to come home.
Yeah.
Thankful I did.
Yeah. And then with also saying like how the Native American side and your dad is Kalakamali, so you're like the most native person.
Yeah, full native cuts.
In this room.
All
right?
full
all
native,
around,
bro.
bro.
Both
All
sides.
around.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Definitely.
Sorry, following up to that question, are you familiar with that side, like the native, like how you are with
not-
Kalakamali thing?
So not as much as I would like to. Really, nothing compared to my Hawaiian side. You know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we know our Hawaiian side true and true. But as far as my mom's Native American side, there wasn't much that was told to me as far as from my grandfather. But what I do know about him, he owned a house in Laguna Hills. When I met him when I was young, the first thing that he did when we knocked on the door is he stuck his arm out. And I put my arm out and he looked, we had the same color skin and he was so happy because I was his first grandson with brown skin, you know? So walking through his house was like one museum. It had all kind of Native American artifacts.
Yeah.
And I remember he opened up his garage for me and he had boxes up to the roof. You couldn't even go into the garage, but each box was filled with magnets and coffee cups, mouse pads, shopping bags, T-shirts, and they all had different Indian prints on it. You know, like the different artworks that we have from Herb Dean, the Hawaiian kind
Yeah.
arts. He had all Native American art, so it was pretty cool. How he built his empire is he traveled up and down the West Coast and sold all these things at different Indian powwows.
What?
So he did that all his life and was successful enough to own a house in Laguna Hills. So
That's kind of like
Yeah.
me, bro. Like with Samoan culture. So I wish I kind of went learn more.
Yes.
about-
And
and-
my longing for it came when I got more familiar with my Hawaiian side, you know, because we got to know both sides. And the fact that side of mine is just such a void. It's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We all know
Yeah.
our Hawaiian side like
Yeah.
solid.
Oh,
You know, we
exactly.
brought up on that.
Super proud
Yeah.
of, you know, whatever our background is.
But wish we could even them out at least, or like at least bring.
Still can though. That's so
Oh, yeah,
that's
automatic
on
still can.
that's on the
Yeah.
agenda. One of the goals for me. and my
For
family.
sure, bro. Yeah. But yeah, going back to what we said about your farm. So yeah, as if anybody watching doesn't know, you guys get your guys' own farm, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
you like
me
tell
and my
us
wife
a little bit about that.
During the pandemic, me and my wife got blessed with 3 acres, some of our family land, and we immediately got into it with the idea that we need to start raising food for our future. You know, the pandemic was a scary time for everybody in different ways. One of the things that really stood out to us was the amount of food that was scarce. You know,
At that
it was
time.
a really scary time. If you really thought about it, a lot of people wasn't directly affected by it, but if you really look at the magnitude of what was going on as far as food, it was a big deal, you know. And in my family, one of my grandma's brothers, his name is Bobby Pahia. He's a big time farmer for a couple decades here in Hawaii. Today, he's one of the largest dryland taro farmers in the state of Hawaii. And so for many years, he's always offered us, you know, me and our direct family, hey, you guys need to come and farm. But for the longest time, we just overlooked it. We didn't really see the value as he did. You know, we was doing different things. I was still young yet. I still am, but thankful for the pandemic. We got blessed with 3 acres of farmland that me and my family has been working ever since. Shortly through that journey, it's opened up many doors. We now have almost 60 pigs. We raise Kunekune pigs and Juliana pigs.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of native trees in the ground too. So we've been doing that steady for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
And
big
you
blessing.
use vegetables, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We grow cabbage and we have all kind of carrots, sweet potato down there. And we're surrounded in Waikapu by dozens and dozens of different farmers who do all different kinds of things. There's a guy down there that grows fields of sweet potato, cucumber, okra, all different kinds, you know. So there's goat farmers down there. There's marunga farmers down there, eggplant farm, all kinds. And you'd be surprised how much food is produced in that small area.
Oh, bro, solid.
Yeah.
And I know that was all like what cane grass or like used to be.
Yeah, old sugarcane fields.
Yeah. How's the soil with that? Like
The
you know,
soil.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
from the thing burning and being clean and all that.
Yeah.
Like was it nutrient
Yeah.
or was it like kind of junk?
I gotta think I'll sip one of them.
So
So when we first started farming down there, my uncle took us on one tour, and I been to fields in the past where he's farmed up in Waihe'e, you know, Upper Waihehu. He lives up in Kula Hawaiian Homes, you know. So everything in the past that I've seen my uncle farming on, you really didn't think anything of what was going on underneath. Everything was always green. And when he finally took us on that tour in Waikapu, the first thing he told us was that this is the hardest place that he's ever farmed. And, you know, we don't really think about it, what was going on in the sugarcane fields, but as long as the sugarcane fields is going on, we was being monocropped. And what monocropping is just growing the same thing continuously. And the only way to sustain the fertilizer or the health of the soil in monocropping is by using chemical fertilizer and things like that. So they were doing that for years and years, for generations here on the islands. So you can just imagine what that soil is today. Yeah. You know, it's barren. Yeah.
So it's almost like the soil was so used to just growing that one thing that when everybody introduced like other things, like it was Canada, because it's so used to
it
just
was
only growing
super
sugar
compacted
cane.
down there.
Yeah.
And when we first started farming, to this day, my uncle has piles of mulch. So he has a bunch of different landscape companies that come and drop off green waste. One of the things that soil is missing here in Hawaii is carbon. And the loss of carbon is just the loss of trees. You know, the sugarcane fields never used to be just barren fields. There used to be rolling hills of all different kinds of plants. So that's one of the things that they're missing. So by all these different landscaping companies bringing over all their green waste, my uncle ends up turning it into mulch. And us as farmers, we come and bring that mulch and cover the ground. And compost, it ends up breaking down and feeding the soil. So a lot of cool things just hanging around dirt down there that you end up realizing is so important to us, bro. And living on an island, you know, every time you drive past the sugarcane fields on windy days, you see all the dust in the air. Yeah, that's our island blowing away. You know, that's the only dirt we're ever going to have. We're not ever going to get any more dirt. So that's why it's important to farm, in general, to cover the ground. Whatever it is doing better than having nothing on it. You know?
Yeah, speaking of... what?
When you got into farming, you guys was used to do them growing up? Or
never did anything like that in my life because
right on, that's
only growing the other kind plants. You know what I mean? But
plumerias.
But I remember being one kid.
Plumeria guy in high school.
And my papa always taking me and my cousins up to the land. That's what we called it, you know. Oh, Papa can go work the land. And we never did work with him. We was playing in the Hawaiis and looking for macadamia nuts and picking up all the fruits, you know. So today we appreciate what Papa was doing back in the days, you know. And it sucks that it took so long, you know. Because to this day, that's what my Papa preached, you know. You go to his house in Hawaiian Homes, Papa call it all sand, but you'd be surprised at the things that he get growing, and all the kupunas over there. But they say in one sand bowl. So just imagine if they had some good aina, you know.
Anywhere in Waihehu, bro. Whenever I see like nice yards or like plants inside the yard, I always think like, bro, they put it in work, bro.
They put it in work.
Dry, and like
hard
sand,
to grow things in
like,
Pakukalo, bro.
You bring it in, so credit to you guys, bro.
Yeah. So, anyways, the soil and the farming, it opened up a lot of things for me.
How much, you know what I mean? I always think about the food. How much meals per week that just from your farm alone you produce for you and your ohana?
Honestly, it comes like seasonal, you know. Like lately, me and my family been harvesting a lot of squash. So we eat squash like once a week when it's in season. When it's growing good for us, you know. My kids love that. We get some of our pig in the freezer right now. You know, we buy more pork from the stores than we do eat our own. But hopefully one day, the idea is to one day supplement that. You know what I mean? Save us some money and at least for right now, we get the pigs if we need it. You know,
Yeah.
any of the family need some meat for the party or whatever it is, at least we can solve that problem directly. You know, and that's what it's all about.
Speaking of the pigs, like you guys, I saw you guys just did on giveaway. So what's that? You guys like do on every once in a while?
So you know, we
first of all, what is the name of your guys' farm? Like so we can kind of shout out to you guys.
So our farm name, our business name is Hanaiaola LLC. Okay. We made that in 2019. Yeah, the Hanaiaola means to take care and give back from the land of which we're on. You know, we got some help with the meaning of that name from some of my son's kumus in Lahaina Kaipuni. So, Hanaiaola, we took care of the land that was given to us, and we hope to thrive on that land. You know, with my family, my children. Yeah. And hopefully generations to come.
I love what you guys doing, but going back to the pigs, so you guys did on giveaway.
Yeah, so we did. We recently had a bunch of pigs. We had a bunch of litters of pigs, and so it's kind of overwhelming. It's a good problem to have, you know, when you have a lot of pigs, but it's a lot of mouths to feed at the same time. So our idea is to just try and replicate us. If we can get somebody to raise a pig, whether they think it's for a pet or they're gonna eat it, that's a good thing. You know, that's one more person living the dream. So we did a giveaway after those 2 winners that we got. So funny, both of them ended up making Instagram pages for their pigs, and those went blowing up. And ever since then, like, thank you to those people. They went and help us advertise for the pigs, you know. And ever since, every once in a while, you know, me and my family bring one pig home just for my kids. Right now, we're going to pick them out right now. But when people see pictures of that on social media, they get into it. You know what I mean?
Bro. They're cute pigs.
Yeah, cute pigs. And I sell them.
One pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the name and all.
What's the name?
Bacon.
Oh, bacon. Chris, P.
Chris, yeah, Chris.
All kinds.
Now, is there like something that is different about your guys' pigs? Is it like a different breed or something?
So the Kunekune line, what is like the
Kunekune is their meat is more marbled. It's like the prime rib of pork, supposedly. So, and we found out that is true. You know, one of the first pigs that we killed is immediately as you cut into them, you can see the marbling of it. So that was one of the reasons why we wanted to get into it, because it's just such a high grade of meat. But another thing is they're sustainable off of pasture, meaning they can eat grass and greens.
Oh, that's another one.
And so that was like one of the main reasons why I got them, because we have so much greens down at our farm, so much open land.
Yeah.
If there ever was one day where me and my wife never have feed for the pigs, we didn't need to stress. At least we knew that they was eating some greens, you know. So that was really the main reason of getting those pigs. And then we ended up doing research on them. Those pigs are the original pigs that the Maui people domesticated out in Aotearoa in New Zealand. So Kunekune is the same as Kelekele. It means fat and round. You know, so it's just trippy that we end up raising these pigs here in Maui again, you know, so kind of full circle for them. But pigs definitely been a blessing for us in all kind of ways, you know. Trippy, you trip out.
Check them out.
We pig farmers now. Nobody would have known.
What is your guys' Instagram?
Maui Kunekune.
Check them out.
Check us out, guys.
Follow them. Local, support local always. Local farms.
Right, And what is there like a preferred way to cook it? Or I mean, I know you can cook them. I mean, we can kalua, you know what I mean, all that.
Yeah. I get one family that always buy pigs from us, and they make kalua all the time.
Yeah.
And every time they tell us they make imu, they tell us that that's the first thing that goes off of their line.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people don't even get some of that because it's so good, I guess. But I've never gotten to eat it out the imu yet. We ate a couple for my wedding out of the China box, which was pretty good. Okay. We made a couple pork and squash. I think we made a couple of roasts with some pork. But other than that, still get plenty more for Fine Out down that avenue.
Well, if you ever need taste testers, just call us up.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when you guys ready, you let me know.
So you don't need to worry about like deer or anything messing with your stuff.
So down in Waikapu, we get wild deer, get wild pigs down there. Fortunately for me, I don't really have much surrounding farmers with the things that those animals like to eat. So they don't really come and mess up my things as much as other farmers do. But it definitely is a problem. People catch deer and pigs down there all the time. We get in group chat of all the farmers down there. Just so we all keep in the loop, you know. Always get one uncle and let, you know, every couple of days, hey, get one pig down on my farm. Anybody like them? Get them. I kill them right now. But it's cool, right? It's a really cool community down there.
Cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's solid, bro.
That's solid what you guys are doing, though, bro, out there, bro, because not too many, bro. I know we would struggle trying to keep up on farm, bro. I'm struggling trying to keep up with my yard, bro, so let alone on farm, bro. I guarantee you. So, bro, credit to you guys and your family, bro, for holding it down, bro. You guys farm. I know.
Credit to my family, my wife and kids. They do all the honor down there.
Always shout out to your fam, bro, holding it down in
always,
the back.
Bro. Always. Stay cruising backstage.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, bro, right
but
on.
The farming though is definitely opened up avenues. A couple years ago, we got an MEO grant for $25,000, and that was one of the biggest blessings that ever happened to me and my family. Through that, we were able to buy electric fencing for our pigs. Nice. We bought a bunch of wood that we built a storage shed down at our farm. We bought equipment to maintain our farm and stuff like that. So. Through the farming, it definitely opened up big time opportunities for me and my family as far as the future.
That was like right in the beginning. Too,
right in the beginning, yeah. As soon as I
so.
started farming, my uncle Bobby, he was really adamant about us getting our business license. Yeah. And for me, the only reason why I wanted to get it was so I can apply for these grants. You know, and down the line, as soon as we got blessed with it, all kind of lights start going off in your head about what I can do with this now. So. Since the grant and since we got our business, me and my wife, we have our own little landscaping. On top of that, selling the pigs. So through the farming, it you know, we don't eat every day from our farm, but those meals that we do get to eat every once in a while, it not only good for the stomach, but it feeds the soul too. You know, it's really good. Whether you're growing green onions and you putting that in whatever you're eating, hey, that is a win. You know, don't get discouraged because. Some people are doing big things, and you only get, you know, a couple pots of soil in your yard. If farming is farming, it doesn't matter what it is, you know.
Yeah, that's good, bro. And then, you know, like even you coming from like guys who, or like us, like where we zero knowledge of actually farming to where you are now. Yeah. What is like some of the benefits you feel like just average guys like us, like what we could do at home to have like, you know, maybe just benefit with farming, you know, like what would be some of the things you would think?
Plant one fruit tree. Yeah. The best time to plant was yesterday, was 10 years ago. But, you know, best time to plant anything is now. Yeah. Put those trees in the ground, put those plants in the ground, no matter what it is. You know, whether it's tomatoes. If you eat it, plant it. You know, why not?
That's solid, bro.
I'm the worst planter. Like, my boss didn't put me in charge of watering on plant at our office, and it's gonna die.
Office plant, huh?
Hey, even office plants, ficus is cause
Yeah, it was one gift we got on our blessing.
Oh yeah, and it
it's gonna die. I never keep them up.
No, but I feel like that could really benefit Maui, like just, you know, having one small farm or something that you can control, you know, not maybe super crazy like you guys kind, but just to have something at home that you could then go to the store for. One less thing you have to go to the store for.
One less thing too. I remember a couple of years ago we was living in Lahaina, and there was a one of the big fires out there, cut off the power for the supermarket. Their whole freezers, they had to throw everything out because everything was no good anymore, you know. So just imagine if that happened to every store on this island.
Yeah, right.
You know, we waiting on that ship for come at the harbor, and at the harbor gonna have big traffic. You know, everybody like they stay. So it's definitely an eye opener. Yeah. Definitely a problem our island is facing. Us as a people, we definitely need to do little where we can. You know, 90% of our food is brought in to these islands. You know. That's a lot of food that we eat that is not from here. Yeah. And just imagine we used to sustain big amounts of people back in the days before I had any kind of food coming over here on ships or planes. You know, so it's definitely possible. We have the Aina. The Aina needs help. So farming is definitely one way that you can help.
Speaking about like everything getting imported, like so say if I'm like a local resident and I like it. Other than the farmers market, like on Saturdays, like if I looking to get or like just support like a local farms, like you guys, like,
right.
Where can I get like local produce or that kind of stuff? Other than farmers markets on Saturdays.
That's
like,
a good one.
just throughout the week, like.
I get texts regularly from the Maui Hub. The Maui Hub is definitely something that you can go. It's for local vendors, people that sell local things. They can go on top of the Maui Hub, and that is a platform for them to sell their products. And for people like us, we don't need to go to the big farmers markets. We set up an appointment. We check out what they have in inventory, and then that's one of the many hubs out there. There's all kinds. There's a lot of people on social media that are doing their own personal farms, and check out social media. If you guys see friends that are putting people on blast, go follow their page, go check them out. You never know what some people are doing out there. A lot of people have good stuff.
Yeah.
And by even just liking and following their page, you're helping
Support,
them. So just the support in general is
what
good.
about like getting like the locally raised food and plants into like stores?
That's some good one.
Yeah, like like the mom and pop, like Pukalani Super.
Yeah.
Like
I know, like every year, me and my family, we go to the Maui Botanical Gardens. They always have free plant giveaways over there. So they give away a bunch of native plants, and you got to go early because, everybody like the good natives. So that's one of them that you can keep an eye out on. We have a bunch of trees in the ground from those events just alone.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like, I think I was talking to Kael about this, bringing like local food into like, for example, Foodland. I think it's because it's such a big corporate like company. It's so hard for bring local locally stuff into that stuff to sell.
Cheap that,
Because they're wherever they're getting it from. Yeah, exactly.
Mass
like what
produced,
you said.
bro.
Yeah.
Mass produced.
So,
Over here,
like,
it's just bare minimums.
Yeah, not
so we
too
need
much
like
stuff.
a mom and pop maybe grocery store, like or one farmers market that's open every day.
Yeah.
Or like not just
like one store that just strictly local, like everything, even the milk is from like from Maui. I don't know how they make them, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, everything in there is just locally grown. Like I'm sure people would go there before they go to the main store, maybe,
And
that'd be cool. Yeah, like
that's another thing
like
too, though.
stuff,
Like
in the stores,
right?
Get so much things imported over here for cheaper.
Yeah.
For a lot of people to do that,
Would take a lot.
They gotta sell it for a higher price because they do more work for it. You know, so it's one of those things you gotta kind of bite the bullet sometimes.
Yeah.
You almost gotta just come to their farm.
Yeah, you gotta
I
check
give you
it.
your cash. Yeah, you give me that stuff.
Exactly. You know, when you understand what people doing, it's a lot. It's makes that step more easier. You know what I mean? Versus you just seeing it from the outside. So
Definitely, yeah. Think of it that whole process of having to go to the farmers market, pay whoever you paying for having a stall at that market or whatever. So that taking away off your dinner plate too from your family. So
big time.
Yeah, that's another thing you gotta think
How
about.
could we like not bring the price down on that, but like how could we make it more accessible so that local farmers can? Like, I mean, you know how you're saying all the labor.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. You know
So
what I mean? Like, what steps do we?
One of the first things we did when we got into farming is we applied for that grant.
Yeah.
You know, that grant was a big help, and you'd be surprised how much money there is on the federal level, on the state level, available for farming ever since the pandemic. You know, and that's just one of those things that there's not a lot of education about those. You know, even myself, I've been kind of diving into this for the past few years, and there's a lot that goes with it. It's very discouraging, you know, because when you apply, like just to get your business license, for instance, there's so much different steps, and it gives you runarounds. You know, it doesn't even give you the direct instruction on how to do things. So you can imagine how it is for getting grants and go asking for money. Like it's a big trip. When I wrote my grant, it took me back to my senior year in English class. Like I had to put my mindset back because, well, for one, I was super excited to get it, and I wanted to make sure that I did everything possible because it could have been
every
such
box,
a so I asked my wife. It took me like 5 months to write that paper, you know, and I was stressing every day. I put some time and energy on it, but it ended up turning out really well, although I was frustrated, you know, weeks and weeks out of a time. I was stuck here and stuck there, but
you got them, bro.
Yeah, I got them. But there definitely is a lot of money, a lot of resources out there within our community to do these kind of things. but we just need to get more people our age into
Yeah.
it. You know, just awareness, really, not necessarily getting. We don't need. You know, we really need everybody farming, but it's not going to happen overnight. Awareness is the number one thing that we can do.
And I feel like our generation, even younger, through socials and all that stuff, that's like the quickest and best way that the word is getting out now. Because after or during COVID, like how you were saying, people realize, bro, these ships don't come in. We stuck, bro.
Yeah.
And if,
we stuck.
And if you don't know how to provide for your family, like from the land, whatever, like me, you know, we gotta learn quick.
All the dive gear gonna go fast.
Yeah, we all gonna be jumping on Bobo's land and be like, bro, you need help.
But hey, that's like me and my family's goal. Hey, we're trying to look for a property in the future that we can move my pigs on. You know what I mean? Because come that day, hey, my pigs say in Waikapu, I live in Kaului. That don't help me. You know, I'm just going to raid. So,
by the time you get there,
it's unfortunate that we got to think like that nowadays. But
it's the realness.
There's going to come a time
every man's
where guys going to be freaking running. Because, And you know, one place that we can look to get guidance is Molokai. You know, I have some cousins over there, and everybody over there is doing big things on that island. You know, my family alone, they get too much eggs for eat. You know, I get cousins over there that raise chickens, and they eat eggs every day. They got to give them away. So, you know, they're doing something right over there.
On Maui, when I grind. All the time. Right?
So there's a lot of different models throughout our community. There's a lot more people, you know, on Maui that do this kind of stuff on a big scale.
Yeah.
You know, so we just gotta shout out those people and make sure their stories get heard. You know, so that more people know what's going on and more people jump on the train.
Yeah.
Speaking of shout outs, like, so who would you say, like, if you could shout out somebody that really inspired, because you started late, you said, with the farming, but who you get anybody that like maybe some company or
one of my good friends I started farming with, Kaya Madaris. You guys all know Kaya, Kaya.
It's my classmate. So
Kaya, he's definitely one guy. You like talk story about farming and stuff. Him and his wife is on this journey that's been taking them across the United States. Kaya has been in the White House fighting for farming rights and all kinds of stuff, you know. So we definitely have some gifted Hawaiians within our groups, you know, that are doing big things, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to that guy.
Bro. He was always akamai.
And in the mala, you know, in the dirt, you come down to my farm and look at that guy's section that he did. You'd be amazed, bro. He grew a forest, and what him and his wife is doing, that journey that they're on, it's motivating. You know, it's infectious, bro. They're very passionate about this, and just restoring food within our communities, bro. And like I said, it's motivating. It draws you in.
Shout out Kaya, bro. You heard it, bro.
Kaya.
Coming on soon, bro.
Yes, sir, bro. Real talk Maui.
He coming on soon, bro.
Link up.
I just never let you know yet. But bro, that's good though. You get guys that, you know, motivating, guys still striving, Hawaiians that is still out there, you know, hand, feet in the dirt, you know, still working in the land.
And it's cool, bro. You know, a bunch of my son's generation, all his friends in the beginning when we started farming, you know, I tell my son every day, you know, hey, this is for you. We're growing this for you. Every tree I put in the ground, you're going to eat the fruit of this. You know what I mean? You know, man. And we laugh like this, you know, we laugh. But from him having social media now, hey, he get his friends. The parents asking him for pigs, you know what I mean? So it's like, now he's seeing the food circles like, hey, Dad, I can make money off of this too. You know? Like, exactly.
Boy, they're going to commission this.
So it's cool just seeing their generation, you know, when the kids come to the farm and they bring their friends. Some kids never did play in dirt like that before, been in open fields, and you just see their eyes light up. Man, you know that, hey, they needed this. We all need that. You know?
Bro. Cuz you go check out this farm, bro. Good farm. I mean, I went.
We had a couple, we had some barbecues on there.
Well, bro, we went down, and then you go play with the pigs, bro. It's the cutest pig. I feel bad that you gotta, you know, sometimes.
Oh yeah,
the first
time around, the first pig we ate. At first, I wasn't planning on eating him, but he was a nuisance. He kept getting out.
Was that there?
That was the one. Brother Brian was there with me when we dispatched this bugger. was on trip. Yeah.
Bro. I remember that pig when it was some fucking piglet, bro.
Wait, you couldn't look. You wasn't looking.
Not even. I was like,
eye
poutine.
contact all the way to the last breath.
Bro, I was like, poutine is fuck. I gotta mop them.
Oh yeah, Leah came too.
Yeah.
But for me, that was I had a hard time eating them. I'm not gonna lie. But I knew when I got into the pigs, I get uncles in Molokai and Hana. They was laughing at me because they see me. I brought my pig home. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, you better be ready. And so I knew that was one road that I had to figure out sooner or later. You know, and the first time was hard, but. After that,
did you stop naming them, or are you still naming them?
We name the ones that are gonna last a little longer than others.
I don't know. That one's just 33. This one is 26.
But
that one is big.
for the most part, I only get one that I strong. She gonna die of old age. She's not gonna die of no bullet and no knife, cause.
Wait, which one is that?
Ziggy. That's the first one that we ever brought home.
Mamba.
Shout out Ziggy.
Yeah. No, Mamba is stuck in the pen. We still fattening her up for the family reunion this year. Yeah, her days is numbered, guys. She's staying about 10 by 10 doing circles.
10 by 10 doing circles.
She said confined her.
Yeah. Counting her days. That's cool though.
Yeah, it's a trip, bro. It's a trip. You know, we sell pigs. First time one Tongan guy come buy one pig for me.
Yeah.
I sell them these two pigs. They was a big trip for get them cornered. I finally get them cornered. This guy come up to me. He's like, yeah, I don't want nothing for kill him with. I look at him. I don't want nothing for kill him with. He's like, hey, you got a hammer right there. I look at him. I was like, that's all you, bro. Oh, yeah. Right never there. Again. I told my wife, never again. No.
Never again.
If they no more one knife or one gun, you taking this pig tied up and you're doing that somebody else.
Wow, man.
Wow, well, yeah.
That is nice.
Shout out to those pigs.
I can just picture Bobo watching that guy with that. What are you going to do with the house? Oh my God.
Nah, I was all game, but like, oh, it do you, but it wasn't. It
not
wasn't as
bad.
smooth as I thought it was.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
You know?
Wasn't that 1 quid a hit? It was a couple times.
No. It was, yeah.
I think that's hurting him.
Boom, still running.
Hey, you give him the
just go down.
You give him the freaking.
But a pig said he's juke.
Hey, we all hear stories about uncles grabbing hammers and whacking pigs and shovels. Right? Hey, until you see it, you don't know what that is like.
It's like, oh, that look like that fucking soft.
Yeah, and then it's one of the pigs you're beating. Like, you fucker, that's my pig.
You never give him the big tongue in Torah.
Bobo started licking the guy.
And then we get a couple Filipino uncles. They coming down. Hey, one guy lassoed this thing, tie him up. He's like, this uncle's been doing this for some years, bro.
Fucking get them all tangled up. Yeah.
And then a couple times we get guys that come and stab the pig wrong. And so I told my wife, I was like, no.
You got to take
we got to do this. You know what I mean? If guys can come down here and torture our animals the last 5 minutes of their life.
Yeah, get on the right way.
Yeah, these animals deserve more than that.
I feel like the gun was the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that time.
Right between the eyes, you know what I mean?
So we're getting better. Better.
But that time we went, he missed him by like an inch.
3 shots to the head that we're going to take.
He took one to the ear, caused it. Down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, shout out to cousin Hoga. Yes, Hoga Duklo.
Yeah, man. Man, right on.
Right on.
But one day, guys got to come down, bro. Bring your kids, bro.
Where you guys stay? Oh, Waikapu.
Waikapu, yeah. Kind of by the sunflower fields, more inside though, but it's all one big property.
The pig's so friendly, bro. Super friendly. Yeah.
And get goats inside there. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Come check them out.
Yeah.
But when we first got into farming, that was telling all my friends was on trip because, me, I'm that guy in that circle that
would have one farm.
Yeah, you know. So when I finally had to tell them I get one farm and I get pigs, it was unfunny. It was funny thing, bro. Everybody was laughing at me, but not making fun of me.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It's like Bob's, you would.
Yeah.
You would be the one. That's
and
the first
so
thing
it's
I
cool.
said.
Like
when I asked Brad, like, oh, how Bobo doing? Like, oh, he on farm. Like, it wasn't even like.
Oh, what? Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it actually makes sense.
Even some of my best friends, the Cockets, they get ranch land in freaking Piana. You know what I mean? They go in corral, they raise cows, everything. I remember seeing one of them when I bought my first pig. And just so happened Jared was right there. I was like, oh, look, Jared, I got a pig. Look at me. The fuck you doing with pigs, guys? This trip, you know, you never think, bro.
Yeah. Shout out about Jared.
Yeah, shout out about Jared Coffee doing big things.
Yeah,
I do think it's a trend though. Like I see more and more people with like little pigs. It's
because
it definitely is one trend.
You guys didn't start that trend.
We would try. We would
cute.
try at least bringing the pigs home. You know, not everybody can get dogs, and at least when you get one pig, you don't gotta just bury them. You can eat them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. When we first started bringing our pigs home, it was a trip. Everybody would always love our videos. You know what I mean? I still get aunties asking me for come and babysit the pigs, but I don't do it to save my uncle's day. You know the kind.
Yeah.
But it definitely grew. Everybody started always want a pig, and it's fun, bro.
Yeah.
It's cute, bro. It's good for the kids, cuz.
Guarantee.
But he walk them around the farm like not they just stay by you or stay by whoever walking them, I guess.
They'll try whack you.
Nah, no. So the Kunekunes, that's another good thing about those breeds, bro. They're super calm. Yeah, they're super calm. Like it's hard to imagine how calm of a pig they are, because the stereotype that pigs get is they're rough. You know what I mean? They gonna knock you over. I know Bry's been knocked over on a pig before, but I've never had that. I've never had anything happen from one of my Kunekunes. You know, they're never aggressive towards us, so that's why that's another good breed to have.
Yeah.
They are a little slow growing compared to other pigs. You know, the Kahlua pig that we used to eating is from like
Domestic.
600-pound hogs. You know what I mean? The babies is almost 200 pounds by the time they're 1 year old.
Yeah.
My pigs, it take a couple of years for them to get 200 pounds. So,
But they still get like that big though.
no, not like the domestics, but they.
Yeah. They're like pocket pigs.
Yeah, imagine like on big pit bull with some ham hocks on the back, guys.
And the two little, what is it called?
They get waddles, bro.
Yeah,
so they trippy.
Man, it's two little waddles because they come out of that. So that's the only way I know that's that big. That's
Trippy, bro.
No, because you rob them like that, but they lie down, then they can go rub the stomach.
Oh, it's like on dog.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. They're just like on dog, bro.
Yeah, bro. They're the coolest pigs ever, bro.
And they super clean too, bro. Pigs, yeah.
Yeah.
You trip out. They're like born potty trained, bro. They only use the bathroom in one area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is the farthest from where they sleep and eat.
Oh,
So it's trippy, but they get on bad rep because they're super durable animals. They can live off the minimum. You know what I mean? They can live off dirty water and on small little holes. So pigs get bad reps, but they're cleaner than dogs, smarter than dogs.
Yeah, back to like your farm. Like, how much hours would you say a week? Let's say you spend at.
Oh, we're there
at your farm.
at least 2 hours a day. My wife.
2 hours a day.
Yeah, when we ain't got
Every day.
things going on. Yeah, my wife gets probably at work about 4 o'clock, and we leave usually when the sun goes down.
So you guys are there every day.
Yeah, every day. That was another thing. Why we got the pigs too. When we got our farmland, we would go one day, take break. But when we got the pigs, we made the decision before we got the pigs, like, hey, if we gonna get these pigs, we gotta commit to this every day. And the pigs was kind of like the contract for us down being at the farm to commit. It kind of made us. We gotta be there every day.
And you gotta love what you're doing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it takes somebody. You gotta love what.
And
you
there
do
was a lot of
every day.
stressful times, like in the beginning. A lot of balancing with my family. Me and my wife, we both work full-time jobs, and then my kids as they got older, they got into sport. So there's still days where I tell my wife if she calls me up and she can do the farm, or I call her if she can do them, or vice versa. We switch off.
Gotta split up.
Yeah. So thankfully, sports kind of just got power. We've both been putting in the work together a lot lately. She's been a lot happier during wrestling season. She do the farm every day. So
I can't even imagine, bro, because I get my son and we in sports.
Yeah.
So, bro, with that on top of the farm,
balancing
like,
act,
shout out to you guys for however you guys
it took us about a year, to finally get comfortable to where the stress wasn't getting to us. Because in the beginning, we were farming. We were living in Lahaina. And we were farming in Waikapu, so we had to come out every day. That traffic alone was killing us. You know what I mean? That was stressing us out.
Get stuck.
Yeah. So when we made the move out this side, definitely made it easier. But like all things, the great balance in life, it's all about finding balance where you can, especially what you ought to have. So the farming definitely gives us an out too. We're in the middle of Waikapu. There's nothing around us except farmers and animals, and open land. So my kids, that's where they do their workouts. My son's a wrestler. He work out over there every day. My wife work out with him. you know, it's just a great place to get your mind off of things in the garden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't need tree open acres to open your mind, you know. So just go find you some space, bro, and
handle that.
yeah, and handle that. Do
Good
your
for
thing,
the kids, bro, too.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Like,
good
just
for the
bring them
kids,
up
bro. That's
on the
how
land.
we was all raised. Weird things. Our grandparents was cooking in the kitchen, but I was all from the farm and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's not a lot of kids that is being raised like that anymore. But mine is, you know, and at least they can keep that story, you know.
Yeah.
And at least once we get some people inside our circles that still live this life, and hopefully we get more. You know what I mean? We got to get more.
Your guys' farm, you guys get running water, or is it on stream that runs through you guys?
Our farm is old sugarcane fields, and they still get all the old irrigation from the sugarcane. So I'm thankful for that. Every once in a while, you know, get one bust pipe or anything, they got to do repairs. But for the most part, the water does come from a reservoir up above in the mountains. So lately we've been getting some good water over there. We never really had problems, but you know, that's one big problem. That's one whole nother trip is the water.
Yeah, bro.
Maybe Kyle can touch on that.
Yeah.
That's I guarantee that's one huge topic, bro.
But it's definitely cool. Just farming, you know, like I said, going back to my grandpa. My grandpa was raised in Waihe, you know, he pure Hawaiian, like a lot of our grandpas. They all old school. They grew up that way. So for me to be kind of doing what my grandpa was doing at one point is definitely good for the soul. You know, there's a lot of people in my family, a lot of my uncles off island, a lot of my grandma's generation. They're legends in doing this, as well as all of our uncles in that generation too. You know, So just for me to be able to try and continue what my uncle Bobby has been doing, and all my cousins in Molokai. So it's really humbling.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it's definitely humbled me in these past couple of years being on the
happy
farm.
for you guys, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing okay.
Yeah, it's really cool, bro.
You put in the time, and
It's
now
really
the
cool.
benefits is starting to show like real good. Like, right on.
And all of us, you know, we all. That's why I do them is for benefit all of us. We all get that one day.
Yeah.
You guys ever need time for come around? Hey, come down to the farm. Waikapu.
Speaking of that, like if anybody wanted for like just volunteer and come help you guys out, and then maybe like go home with some stuff off the land or whatever.
Hey,
they can set that up.
Get all kinds down there. Anytime you guys want to come down, just hit up Curtis, Bri,
for sure,
Jonah. You know, hit me up on Instagram, Maui Kunekune.
Yeah, Maui Kunekune.
And anytime you like, bring your family, bring your friends, bro. I'll give you guys some tour down on the property.
Sure.
You know, a lot of cool people to meet. We got an uncle down there, Uncle Hanaiaola Farm. He has one of the biggest pig farms on this island. Okay. He supplies all the pigs to the luau's and stuff like that. When the fires happened in Lahaina, Uncle went slaughtered like almost half his farm for feed the people, and he do that kind of stuff every day. You know, so there's dozens of people like that down there that are doing countless things for our community that don't get the recognition. You know, so.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to the farmers, bro.
Yeah,
all throughout our islands, you know, a lot of people are doing a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Definitely shout out to all the farmers, man. Putting in that hard work, bro. In the Aina. But yeah, bro, other than that, bro, shoot, right on, bro, about a Bobo for coming on tonight. You know, I know you get your family, so
You know that, guys. Thank you guys so much, bro. What you guys
Thank
doing
you
is
so much for
awesome,
coming on,
bro.
my brother.
Yeah,
you
man.
already know the vibe.
Yes, sir, guys.
Fucking bada-boom.
it's not the last time. You know, we're gonna
farm,
have him
bro.
back on after, you know, get the update from how the farm doing, because I'm sure, bro, you guys gonna continue to grow, bro, because this is only the start, bro.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like you said, bro,
it's only the start.
It's a blessing. So you know, you always put Keokua first, man. Everything you do, and good things happen to good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah,
okay.
always, bro. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Big
Keokua,
things,
he always opened the way, bro. You already know.
Yeah, Maui Kunekune, man.
Yeah,
Maui
hit them up.
Kunekune.
You guys need pigs, guys. We get some, bro. Let us know.
Man. Hit him up, man. But yeah, shoot.
Right on, Bobo.
Right
Yes,
on,
sir.
man. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for watching, man. But other than that,
Yes, sir.
Real Talk Maui out.
Yes, sir.